this grieving process is very necessary. You have to do it, but everything that you have to go through as an empath, the starting being an empath, but also the healing process and the remembering process is exactly what you need. Exactly what you need to become the authentic you that you were born to be. You needed all those lessons. You needed all this pain. You needed all those gifts. And well, that gift is still there. At the end, when you're healed, when you're in your center, that gift is still there. But you can give it from the most beautiful place you are. And that is when you just start your healing process, you have nothing about it, but always know. I'm saying it to help you that you go on. How difficult it is, just go on. And perhaps you don't see why you need it, what's happening now. You don't see it at this moment, but later on you understand why you need it. Just go on. Go on, and yes, there is a time that it will end. Or let me say it the right way. It will never end, but that is for everybody the way. But you are coming in your center, you coming in balance, and there are days that you are out of balance, like everybody else. That is, and you need those days out of balance to grow further. Life is about growing, and so also, when you have gone through all steps, even then, learning has to go on, and for learning, you have to come out of balance sometimes, and you will still engage things that you say, "Oh, do I really need it? No, it looks like I need it. Okay, how am I going to do it? What is going on? Have I reacted to it? Oh, okay. Then there the door is open where you can work on, and you have your answers, and you go. But then it's the example what I gave by quitting smoking. It is way more easier because you have trained your brain. You are saying, okay, we started doing it, and also you are have a lot of experience in how to handle those things. It's just a part of life. Being human, that's a part of being human. Do I go on, or do you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to elaborate on the grieving that you were talking about, because we do at the beginning of this um becoming aware and remembering our authentic empath, we do experience all it as a loss. We perceive it as a loss because we've spent our entire life providing that compassion automatically, indiscriminately, and infinitely. And so it's secure and safe for us. And then when you begin to recognize the unhealthy behavior patterns in the other and you begin to pull back, well, not only are you feeling the grieving of the life you didn't have or what you didn't get to express of yourself, but now you're also outgrowing your current situations and relationships. So there's a lot of loss, perception of loss and grieving, and that can be quite overwhelming. And so, yes, I think it's wonderful to say, when just hang on. It's a rough ride. It's dark, people. This is where we're talking, where, what do people call that? Uh, dark night of the soul, the dark night of the soul. And it's a very dark place because there's so many unknowns, And what is known and comfortable for you is being stripped away. And you have to have the strength to give that permission to happen and let that be stripped away. And it leaves you feeling very vulnerable and very unsafe. And so it's a scary place to be. Yet that particular stage, it doesn't happen. It's not stretched out over a great length of time. Recognizing the patterns and all that takes time. But once you have that realization, when that realization kicks in, well, then you just start seeing it everywhere. You go to work and you see those dynamics that are underpinning every reaction that you're watching. And you see those who need to be people pleasing so they feel good about their job. You see those who need to feel like they're superior to the others so they feel good about their job. And all of these things become uncomfortable because they are now out of balance with your authentic self that you're beginning to remember. And the other thing I wanted to say too that you touched on is this is not a one shot and you're done kind of deal. You will revisit and revisit and revisit. You revisit from a different level of knowing. So this journey unravels like a spiral. And you just will revisit that same issue at another level. But when you revisit it, you're not revisiting from the same place that you were. You have a whole new set of tools and awarenesses and hopefully new friends and relationships that match your higher vibration. And so hopefully you've got support going into it as well. And I'm hoping that a lot of us, this super empath people, we were shamed. We were shamed into if somebody really knew what you were really like. It's not okay for you to have those emotions. Why would you? I need you put yours in. So that shame, we have to find one person where we can talk about that shame because we tend to take it and do it for ourselves after we leave those relationships. We've put it in place for ourselves because it's just, a part of our tapestry of what we're used to, that's who we are. Again, defining ourselves through somebody else's lens and accepting that. And so, um, hopefully as you step through this dark night of the soul, you'll be putting new friends into place with a higher awareness and a higher frequency of energies that will help you be more authentic and not fear. I think one of our things too is to fear that we don't know or fear and lack and not having all the answers because we were always expected to have all the answers. And so, as you're coming through this, it's good to have someone else to journey with you. This is a powerful one to not do by yourself.